And we would say, no, that's time we have to rest. That's times we have to sleep. That's time we have to be with our family and take care of ourselves and all the other stuff. And you are right. But in today's world,
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you as always for joining me. I am going to tell you probably one of the most powerful lessons, I guess, or things that a mentor has ever told me that I really think will inspire you and help you today. And shout out to Myron Golden. He is a business coach. Look at his channel at Myron Golden on YouTube. He has a very big YouTube channel, and he really just helped me with wrapping my brain around money and value and worth and looking at money differently and looking at it in with godly principles. And it really has helped me a lot. So he said this quote to me. So I want you guys to write this down. He said, Greg, what you lack in ability, you make up for in leverage. And he didn't just say it to me. He said it to the group of us that he was, coaching. What you lack in ability, you make up for in leverage. Okay. And, I think as clinicians, as therapists, I think we all struggle with our confidence and our abilities, and I see it happening on both ends, right? As someone that consults and mentors and coaches lots of people from new grad all the way up to people that are 40, 45 years in a profession, we all have this, I don't know, this Benjamin Button, complex about us, right? It's either we feel like, oh, I'm too young, I don't have the experience and knowledge and expertise, or we feel like, well, I'm too old, I'm kind of outdated, I can't do things in a way that I used to do it, right? And that's just kind of the way that we look at things. And I think very few people feel like they are able and that they are extremely capable enough to be able to have, financial success and financial freedom. And so, when he said this to me, it did hit me because even a guy like me, I do struggle with my confidence at times, a lot of times. And it's because I feel like, oh, I don't have enough understanding of this or that or whatever. But Myron said, look, whatever you lack in ability, just make up for in leverage. And I think that's why I'm calling today's episode the 128 opportunity map, because I talk a lot about this 168 concept. And I think most of you are not taking advantage of the other 128 hours that are available to us every single week. So let's talk about 168. 168 is the amount of hours that we have in a week. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 24 times 7, 168. We are pretty much all trained to work 40 hours a week. Some of us might have 50-hour-a-week jobs. Some of us have 30-hour-a-week jobs, depending on your situation. But for the most part, we're trained in a 40 vehicle, which means that there is 128 hours of unused opportunity. And we would say, no, that's time we have to rest. That's times we have to sleep. That's time we have to be with our family and take care of ourselves and all the other stuff. And you are right. But in today's world, that 128 hours is opportunity for you to bring value to people. You know what I've really come to realize? I realized that business is all about just value and bringing value to the marketplace. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, if I don't have the ability to bring enough value in those 40 hours, well, I could get better, which is good, right? But if you're still working within a 40-hour model, like, how much better can you get for it to get to where you want to get to? You've got to make it up in leverage. So you make it up in the other 128 hours. So let's just talk about, what does that actually look like? Like, what would you do in those other 128 hours that doesn't involve you physically having to work? Okay, number one would be what I'm doing right now. This is content. Okay, I have averaged about 700,000 to 800,000 views on my channel, my Instagram and Facebook channel, in the last 60 days. And I'm saying 700, 800,000. That's what I get per month over the last 60 days. That's what my numbers are. 700,000 to 800,000. That's 2,500 to 3,000 views a day. Okay, so that means in a 24-hour period, okay, I'm getting about 100 views an hour, maybe 150, 100 to 150. So when I'm good, right now, I'm going to go to my son's practice after I finish this podcast. If I go to that means 100 people are going to view and get value from my content just on a couple platforms, right? That's content. You want to know that the value that I gave to my content opened up an opportunity for the founder of, the company 1-800flowers.com. The founder reached out to me and said, man, I love your content. I would love to bring you on my podcast. Guys, because I brought 168 value. That lives. I don't know when he was listening to my content. Maybe he was on a toilet. Maybe he was, listening to it while I was sleeping. Maybe he was listening to it while I was hanging out with my kid. I don't know. But that's what I'm talking about with 128 value, 168 value, the 128 hours that we aren't using. Content's one. Number two would be a membership. A membership is where I am going to deliver value, whether it's in a form of guidance, accountability, a level of community or tools, but I'm going to do it in a way where people can get access to that value month over month over month over month. Again, my memberships that I have four different memberships. And most of the time, the people are getting the value outside of the actual live trainings that I do. Okay, that's one way of value. A digital product is another way of value. People are consuming digital products. They're buying digital products after hours. That's when they're doing it. When they get home from work, that's when they're buying it. When they get home from work is when they're consuming it. An app is something that you can use throughout the day. What if you created an app that's going to help you with monitoring your sleep, or monitoring your back issues, or giving you different exercises or different things you can do to manage your back pain? Like these are things I'm talking about, right? So an app, a digital product, a membership, content, and even a solutions-based offer. Fine, you want to stay in the clinic? Stay in the clinic. Okay, well, at least get paid for results instead of getting paid for time. When you detach your time from the value that you're giving people, you now open up the other 128 hours. And that's what allows you to be able to make up for and leverage what you lack in ability. You guys, I created this 128 opportunity. It's just different things that you could be having working on your behalf during your non-clinical hours. It is a map that I think will just piece it together for you guys. I'm giving it out for free, okay? I just need you to text me the word MAP to 813-534-6453. I'll give you the kind of, it's a interactive, PDF worksheet, and it just says, hey, you could be doing this at this time, this. And once that clicks for you, like it clicked for me, then I think you're just putting yourself on a winning path. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys. Much love. Till next time.